So, what was that shift like for you?
I think my childhood kind of trained me to be bold despite my fear. So a lot of people mistake it and think that I have confidence. I don't. I've just learned to like get out of the fire. Um, and that's how that's what the experience is like to me. If I feel stagnant, if I feel unclear, and I get some form of clarity, what I have felt so when I tell people my story and tell them about like the period of depression and failed suicide attempts, they say, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry," and I'm like, "I'm not." And they say, "Why?" And I said, "Because I knew something was wrong leading up to being depressed, and I feel like I was getting answers in meditation, or like I was being shown a different way. But because I thought I knew it all, I needed it to look a certain way." And it was only until I was picked up and thrown against the wall that I was like, "Okay, all right, I don't have the answers. I'm open." So there's a part of me that has realized that when I become clear on something or I see something, if I don't act on it, things just seem to explode and get worse and worse and worse. So now I don't question it. I'm just like, okay, this seems crazy and I have no idea what's going to happen on the other side of it, but I know what's going to happen if I don't take that action and I don't want that. So that is what kind of the pain of the potential stagnation is greater than the opportunity. But I've created that. I've tipped the scale. I've taken so many leaps that have worked out that I trust more that the leap is going to work out, regardless of what happens. Even if it feels like it's falling apart, it always makes sense on the other side of it. So I'm still insecure. I'm still scared. Like even growing this community, I'm like, I've always been a lone ranger. I'm going to grow a community. Why are they going to care about me? And like, can I really do this? I still have I have track record in my coaching practice, but I still have all of these concerns because it's a new venture and I'm trying to stake a claim in the market of being a firstborn daughter specialist, and there isn't one yet, and it's like, that's a bold thing to say, so it's like, well, I guess this is it. It feels aligned and it feels like this is where I need to lean. So I'm just going to trust the process and see what comes of it.
I love it, and you just the last to wrap up the things you were talking about is when you said the word numb. You know how people just numb, they numb out, right? And so the exact opposite of being numb is doing what you're doing, throwing yourself in the fire, throwing yourself out there, taking those chances, tuning into the universe. You know, the universe will reward you for anything you want. It'll give you anything you want. If you manifest enough and you put it out in the universe, it will appear. The challenge is, even if we hear it, many of us won't adhere to it. We won't listen to it. Then the universe is saying, well, you asked for this. I'm telling you that the window's open. You're like, you're either numbed out or you're scared or you don't want to take that. But you've chosen to say, I think this is going to work out. I'm not saying I'm brave. I'm scared to death. I'm not saying I'm going to be able to pull this off, but I'm saying that I'm going to follow what I'm hearing. And that's an awesome way to live.
Thank you. Yeah, it's either that or fall into depression and kill myself. So,
Well, there's that too. There's
yeah.
that too. But you know what? Again, that's I heard it somewhere and I'm sure I'm going to screw it up, but the guy said, guy was crazy. He was always taking all sorts of crazy risks. But he said, the closer I get to death, the more excited I get.